I have an answer to this.
Let's hear the answer to the question. And if you fail twice, then that evidence that we're being tested will be canceled, and this trial will be, occur to be guilty on your behalf. What did Mr. Triad do with the gun? Did he do both?
The only way this whole crime makes sense is if he murdered and threw off the investigation.
What? How can I be doing two things at once?
You don't have to be doing two things at once. In fact, that's the beauty of knowing what happened before 11 p.m.
I mean, didn't he actually say, or didn't we actually agree that, the body was killed before the incident, so it was like, you can do it two things at the same time by doing one earlier and then one later, but looking like it was at the exact same time, or... I am probably confusing so many people, so just shut up, Luke.
We can easily assume you threw off the scent of the investigation by shooting in the alley. But I have proof that you did, in fact, kill Mr. Candeloroff.
And here's the proof that you did kill Mr. Candeloroff. Oh. Huh. Is it this? Let me see this again. Like, he orders the parades in San Francisco. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be freaking that. That's the only thing that I can think of, actually. Eh? Take that? There! Now do you realize that it only can be you? That doesn't prove to anyone that I killed the victim. Eek! I can't give up here. I have to prove that he did kill the victim. I'll say this again, Mr. Triad. You don't have to be doing two things at once. In fact, that's the beauty of knowing what happened before 11 p.m. We can easily assume you threw off the scent of the investigation by shooting in the alley. But I have proof that you did, in fact, kill Mr. Candeloroff. And there's the proof. Okay, so the only thing that I can think of... Let me see. I think this thing right here, actually. Written... Because, let's see. No, not that. Congressman Candeloroff and I were walking down the subway station when we were both mugged by and beaten by masked men, knocked us both out, and took us to an abandoned warehouse. There they tortured us for a long time before shooting the congressman dead. Yeah, I think this is what we have to show. So, take that! The best way to show that Mr. Triad had killed the victim isn't through what he did. It's through what someone else experienced that night. In fact, what my client had described to me during break is all I need to prove it true. And that is all, and that... Yeah. And I have it all in this affidavit. Here we go.
You can't be serious! We can't take the defendant's word at face value!
Yeah, that's what I would have said too, probably.
Neither can we take this witness's word at face value anymore with all the frickin' crap he said.
Oof!
How dare you!
Why would my client lie about what he experienced that night? Especially since he was never the intended target of the attack.
What? Order, order, order! What is this attack that you're talking about? Is it in the affidavit?
It's in the affidavit, Your Honor.
Miss Fay, please explain this affidavit
To the court! How many times do I have to say affidavit?
I'm just going to summarize this affidavit with the important points. Mr. Ward and Mr. Kanelorov were finishing work when they were attacked by the mob. Mr. Ward believes that they were taken to an abandoned warehouse in order to be tortured. After they were tortured, Mr. Ward hears a gunshot. That's when Mr. Kanelorov was shot dead. We can assume there were many attackers in this incident, but because there is only one set of fingerprints on the gun, there was just one gunman. And that gunman can only be you, Jin Triad!
Lady, it's nice and all that you have proven all of this. But these are all just assumptions. You don't prove a thing. You didn't prove a thing. And assuming you're right, you're also forgetting about one very important thing.
And that is...
motive. Why would I go out of my way to kill Mr. Kanelorov? I don't even know him. And that is when we do the reports on Kanelorov.
Damn! You got me there. No, you don't!
Ah, that's right. Why would he want to kill Mr. Kanelorov? He doesn't even know the victim.
Shut up, Gramps. I don't need you anymore. You didn't do a damn thing for me.
This is it, Maya. It's now or never. Can you prove that Jin Triad had really killed Bob Kanelorov? Can I really prove it? Can I prove that Jin had a reason and a motive to kill Mr. Kanelorov?
Hell yeah, I can prove it!
I can prove it, damn it! I can prove to the court that Mr. Jin Triad had a motive.
Ha! Let's hear your theory then.
You didn't think you have outsmarted me now, have you?
I have outsmarted.
Hey! Don't insult my sister like that!
You're not important.
Two can play at that game. I will assert that you haven't outsmarted me.
I didn't? How?
Technicality.
What?
Your Honor, please explain the technicality I'm talking about.
In court proceedings, the person who makes a claim must explain and back up his assertions.
Maya proved to the court that you had an opportunity to kill Mr. Kanelorov, but you, however, claimed that you don't have a motive to kill Mr. Kanelorov. Technically, you have to back up that claim.
That's absurd! Witness, you will give us your final testimony. Prove to the court that you have no reason to kill Bob Kanelorov. Fine, Your Honor.
This is where our final battle begins. We gotta fight until the very end. There's no backing down now. Now, Jin Triad.
Testify!
No reason to kill him.
No reason to kill him! You may have placed an opportunity to murder him, but you still have no motive! I mean, come on! A lot of people know that Bob Kanelorov is a crook! It's because of his status as a crook that he's a target for assassination! He's the politician who doesn't know when to give up! Please! You're caught trying to tell President Barack Obama's Senate seat! Isn't that bad enough? Plus, trying to go on a media tour to improve his image isn't helping his case.
He even tried to get on I'm a Celebrity to get me out of here.
This is one hell of a long testimony.
But Your Honor blocked him due to a flight risk. He was successful in trying out for Celebrity Apprentice.
Really? Really?
However, when he was caught trying to bribe the producers into fixing the show,
I didn't see the Celebrity Apprentice part of that report.
the Don will fire him!
You're fired.
He's lucky that he even became a congressman for our state. That's only because he acquired aid of an organized crime syndicate. Contrary to what you might think, I am not that damned masked man. Your circumstantial evidence cannot convict me of this murder at all! Not at all!
What? How did he pull off that monster of a testimony? Seriously, that's the longest testimony I have ever heard. I mean, holy crap, I don't even think any of the testimonies in the regular Phoenix Wright games were like, what, 20 freaking lines long?
I'd like to see you break this testimony.
How the heck did he pull that one off? My thoughts exactly. I've never seen anyone pull off this kind of testimony before. In any Phoenix Wright game. However, he just revealed his stance to us. What would his stance be? The stance of a cold-blooded killer. He must have been prepared for this moment by preparing a last-ditch testimony that was so long that it's like a freaking, oh, what is it? I can't remember the name of that, that political, word. It's the one thing where the guy keeps, talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking until, he gets his way, pretty much. That's what it reminds me of. You think so? Is it lame duck? I don't think it's lame duck, but either way, it's the one. Yes, that freaking word is gonna bother me now. Yes, there's no way a normal criminal or witness would need to prepare that kind of testimony. Seriously, a normal criminal would never prepare that. It's too bad it's our job to prove that he's the killer through cross-examination. However, it is also through our job that we have learned one thing about testimonies. And what is that? No testimony is ever truly perfect. Prosecutors would love to believe that they can craft a perfect testimony to win their case. However, a perfect testimony requires that it covers all problems before it becomes a problem. It needs to be able to anticipate any questions that arise in cross-examination. Meanwhile, Maya's like, oh god, you didn't explain anything before, but now you're going to explain this to me? Can you just shut up? This is just as long as that testimony. Oh, I see. And they cannot contain any contradictions? Yes? Correct. The testimony at the beginning cannot confound with the testimony at the end. If it does, then we can find a big hole to the attack. I've learned from one of my former co-workers that a testimony is a good form of evidence. And this testimony has all the evidence we need. Are you telling me that there's a huge contradiction in that monster testimony? Hell yeah! That's right, Maya. I believe there is one contradiction. That one contradiction, once exposed, would prove that he is the true killer. And a testimony about the victim isn't a very good testimony to save your own hide, Mr. Triad! Mr. Triad.
What do you want now? There's no way you can break my testimony. You won't be able to block me away because you have no motive.
Ha! That's where you're wrong.
I can break your testimony wide open, like a freaking egg. By opening the contradiction and proving that you have a motive to kill. Did you see that? That's what she did.
Alright, Miss Faye. It looks like you're going to go with your
Where the hell did all that come from?
Go with your cross-examination. Bear in mind that this is the last testimony. I will be harsh on mistakes. I warn you now. You are free to press any of the statements, but you need to be careful.
Let me guess, the entire bar?
I'm going to ask the relevance of the statement after you press him. If you think the statement wasn't relevant after you had pressed him, this is the amount of the penalty that will await you. Half a bar, which would have been a freaking game over had the bar had not filled up before for some odd reason. I didn't give you your penalties back. Who gave her penalties back? That same penalty will apply if there was nothing relevant asked in the first place. I am only giving you only one chance to present evidence at that very time. Do not present the wrong evidence. If you present too early or present the wrong evidence, you're going to regret it dearly.
That's why he filled the bar up.
Yes, that is why the bar is filled. I wanted to make a big point. Do you understand, Miss Faye? Do you understand my big point?
I understand all the risks that are riding on this cross-examination.
Slam.
I am still going to do it. That's the spirit, Maya. Go get him. Good luck. You're going to lead it, little lady. I can't break that testimony.
Mr. Payne, that is enough. I've had it with you harassing the defense today. You're now in contempt in court. Now get out of my courtroom. And see me in my chambers after I'm done here.
He just got taken away by the bailiff.
I do not need an annoying prosecutor to ruin this ending.
You cannot. They would not pull this kind of stuff off in the regular games.
I'm running the rest of the court proceedings without a prosecutor. Miss Faye, the stage is now yours.
I've got to keep in mind that... I'm still laughing at that. That Mr. Triad was at the crime scene, setting up the fake murder. More likely than not, he's also the one who killed Mr. Candelorov. Why? I don't know yet. But I can't let the lack of motive right now distract me from what I have to do right now. It's not whether I can prove that he did murder the congressman. I have to prove it.
Alright. Let's read this over again. You may have placed an opportunity to murder him, but you still have no motive. I mean, come on! A lot of people know that Bob Candelorov is a crook. It's because of his status as a crook that he's a target for assassination. He's the politician who doesn't know when to give up. Please, if you're caught trying to sell President Dara Borata's Senate seat, isn't that bad enough? Plus, trying to go on a media tour to improve his image isn't helping his case. He even tried to get in on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, but Your Honor blocked him due to a flight risk. He was successful in trying out for Celebrity Apprentice. However, when he was caught trying to bribe the producers into fixing the show, the Donald fired him! He's lucky he even became a congressman for our state! That's only because he acquired the aid of an organized crime syndicate.
Hold it! What do you mean, organized crime syndicate? You know, the Cosa Nostra, the Mafia, the Yakuza, those sorts of organized crime. In this case, it happens to be the Chinese triad. Chinese triad?
Was there anything particularly important in that statement?
Yes! Mr. Triad said something about the Chinese triad. No pun intended. I'd like to hear his explanation of that part in a separate statement.
Witness, please add a statement regarding the Chinese triad. The triad placed a huge hit on the victim. In a way, it was his fault he got killed.
Objection! This is my final evidence, the piece of the puzzle that I can now fill.
Okay, I'm an idiot. I've been trying to figure this out for a bit, and I thought that I had to present this right here, because usually whenever in the other Phoenix Wright games, or any of the Phoenix Wright games, whenever you have whenever you press something and then get something added to the testimony, that means the vital piece of evidence, you gotta show it at that next testimony. However, I went about this all wrong.
No! Gotta keep pressing them! The triad has placed a huge hit on the victim. In a way, it was his fault he got killed. Hold it!
That's not nice. How could you say something like that about him?
Well, some people deserve to be dead, lady. Still, this desecrating the dead, verbally or physically, is blasphemy in my book! I apologize, Your Honor! Still, when you have the triad putting a hit on you, you know you've screwed up really bad. It's not like I'm an enforcer of the triad who would come to kill for a hit. And I'm definitely not part of the triad at all!
Wait, did he just say he's not part of the triad? Could that be true?
Is it possible that this information could be vital to the case?
This information is so important, I request that it added to that testimony.
Witness, please do what the defense asks. Yes, Your Honor. I'm no part of the triad, so why would I have a reason to kill him? Because your name's Triad? Hold it!
Are you sure you wouldn't have a reason to kill him because you're not part of a triad?
I'm very sure on that point. Maya Fey, do you have something to point out?
Yes, I do actually.
Your Honor, I can end Mr. Triad's charade in one fell blow.
It looks like you're going to try to end this testimony. Right here, right now. Now prove to the court that Mr. Triad had a real motive to kill Congressman Candelora.
Objection. Mr. Triad, just now you said something very interesting.
Yeah, right! It's a perfect testimony! It's unbreakable!
Unbreakable? You've gotta be naive to even think that anything is unbreakable. Minus a diamond. I can find 3 weak points in that testimony, and I can break you like your testimony.
Impossible!
Point number 1. Who has done extensive research on Kanelorov before coming into this trial? Why would anyone need to know about Kanelorov so well? In fact, I didn't even have a lot of facts about Kanelorov until the recess. My source came from these files which I had received before 1 p.m. So why do you know about these facts?
Gak!
Point number 2. Just now, you told me you were not part of a triad. I wonder, who said anything about a Chinese triad in this trial? Since nobody mentioned the Chinese triad until you did, and nobody asked about it, that means you are part of a Chinese triad.
Enough of this!
Point number 3! You claim that you have no motive to kill him. By proving the other points false, it opens up a 3rd and final contradiction. To bust through that testimony of yours, you are part of the triad. Kanelorov recently backstabbed the triad. Ergo, the motive for the triad is clear. It was payback against the corrupt congressman. And as for you have a simpler motive. You wanted to gain power within that triad by proving that you can kill a target quickly.
Miss Fey, you are the pits of thee. Well, that was entertaining. It looks like we have come to the truth of this case. Bailiff, where are the Chin Triad and Winston Payne right now? They are in your chambers, sir. Your Honor, Jin Triad has been placed under arrest for the murder of Bob Kanelorov. As for Winston Payne, he's waiting in your chambers, Your Honor. Very good. I'd like to have a word with him in my chambers. Those two are where they should be right now. Miss Fey, I must say... That rhymes! That's quite the skill you also have! You're on a promising career, I can tell you that much.
Thank you, Your Honor. You know, something feels weird, even after these testimonies.
Oh? And what would that be?
Your Honor, after all these testimonies, we haven't heard from my client.
You're quite right. I had almost forgotten about the defendant. Bring him to the stand. Don't be so nervous, Mr. Wart.
After all, we had found the true culprit of this murder.
You're right. Since I booted Mr. Payne from the courtroom, I'm going to be asking the questions here. How long have you been a page?
I'd like to say about 9 months.
Now we've been talking about Kanalorov's misdeeds. Did you know about any of them?
I hate to admit it, but I knew. While I'm sure he did other bad things, I had nothing to do with them. I only took care of paperwork for Congress.
I just wonder what your side was to this whole case.
I had nothing to do with this. I wanted nothing to do with this. I think I was taken because I was with Mr. Kanalorov! Mugged, kidnapped, and beaten and shot! All in the warehouse! How do you think that felt?
Oh my! That is such an ordeal.
It wasn't pleasant, Your Honor!
It's sad that the actions of a powerful person can negatively affect his subordinates.
Maybe I should just stay away from politics.
That's how a lot of people feel, I think.
Yes, maybe you should.
All's fair in love and war is what we say. I think we can add politics to that list.
I think it's appropriate too. All fair's in love, war, and politics. Do you have anything else to add to this?
I have nothing to add. Me neither.
I've got nothing else to say.
I don't think further discussion is necessary. I see no more room for any misinterpretations. This case is extremely clear, and I'm ready to hand down my verdict. On one count of first-degree murder, I find the defendant, Mr. Worrywart, not guilty.
Confetti is not here because this is a clean courtroom.
That is all. Court is adjourned. I bet the janitor's happy he does not have to clean up any confetti. Whew.
So one long next half of the trial. I think the first half was a lot shorter, actually. That victory feels great! Congratulations! You've won a large victory! Thank you, Maya. I never knew that the courtroom could be full of drama! I'm glad I came today! I want to see more of your trials as they come! Oh, don't worry about that. I'll always invite you to come to my trials as much as possible. Thank you, sis. I love you. Hug.
Aww.
I love you too.
Aww.
Mr. Grossberg, please don't ask me for a hug because I don't want to give you a hug.
Maya, dear me, I've seen your aura today. It takes me back when I helped you with your last case. You know, you should keep up your luck. Someday you'll be as famous as I am.
Oh, please, Mr. Grossberg, stop it. You're embarrassing me.
I've been in this business for a long time. I can assure you that I have not seen such a confident defense as you have shown today. You're the next generation in what I call turnabout lawyers.
Huh? Turnabout lawyer?
You may not realize it now, but you'll come to understand what I'm saying as you mature. So take care, my friends. She reminds me of the fresh lemons of my youth.
Saying that under his breath. Wow, even your former mentor is blown away by your case today. Well, I did get a not guilty verdict for my client. Speaking of my client, where is he? Mr. Wart, how does it feel to leave court a free man?
I can't describe how I feel about being free.
I can only thank you so much for defending me. I knew I picked the right defense attorney.
I'm glad you chose me. I knew that something wasn't adding up in the case when I met you. And that's why I accepted your request for me to defend you today.
I am forever in your debt!
Oh, please. You don't have to thank me that much.
Maya, please! You're getting me bright red! Or you're getting bright red! Just relish in the moment. I'm sure you'll get more clients like me! Speaking of which, I have something to give you! Something which the police didn't find on me!
This is from Bob Canalorov?
He told me that if I should give this to you if I ever meet you. What? It's the perfect time to give this to you. He wrote something that he knows will be useful to you. What?
Canalorov knows something I need to know? I wonder what it is.
Well, this is random, like... He knew... Maya? What? Well, I'll be on my way. Goodbye, Miss Faye.
Farewell to you, too. Well, it looks like we better get back to our office.
Our office? You mean my office?
I think we should go.
Ah, the Faye & Co. law offices. Man, it's been a long time since I've been in here.
Whew, what a beat day. I'm so tired I need to lie down on my couch. Hey, sis! Yes? You know, we should go out for some burgers to celebrate your victory. Of course. Man, her burgers. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Robbie's Burger Palace. I think we can treat ourselves there. After all, it is run by Steel Chef Robbie Clay. But I received a few memos from the judge. Let me see what these are all about. What an irony! It turns out that Gin Triad was part of the Los Angeles Triad.
Oh, of course.
Wow! What kind of mother would name their child after a mob?
One with the last name Triad, who has a name like Triad as their last name?
I think the better question is, what kind of mother would join the Triad in the first place? That too, but I'm hungry for Robbie Clay's burgers. Can we go soon, sis? We'll go in soon enough, but before we do this, I need to read Canalorov's memo. Canalorov's memo? I wonder what that's all about. I don't know. Let me read it first.
The DL6 incident? DL6.
Huh? Huh? What does it say? I think I'll tell you later. Let me rest for a sec. This is something I can't reveal to Maya yet. The real reason I became a defense attorney. What I have in my hands is directly related to it. Something Canalorov knew about that incident. His dying words to a stranger he never knew.
Dear Maya Faye, by this time I would have died, but I needed to give you this. I know something about the DL6 incident that a lot of people do not know. I couldn't say anything about it because I've been blackmailed by a powerful person. He's also tracking me. Therefore, I had to write it down somewhere and have my page given to you. There are several people who have ruined your family during that incident. One of them told the media of the police's secret weapon, which, as you know, failed. AKA her mother. One of them got wind of the secret weapon before it was told. He blackmailed one of the others.
Finally, one of them is the cause of the incident. I don't know who caused the incident, but I know the names of the first two I mentioned. Marvin Grossberg. Red, White. Those are the two most important names you will have to remember. I was investigating DL6 myself, and that's how I know how I have come to know this kind of information. Why I would be investigating this? That's because I was a prosecutor at the time.
Really?
Use this information well. I don't care how you think of me. Just use this information well. Signed, Robert Kanelorov. Bob Kanelorov. Grossberg. How could he have ruined my family? What a weak man! I knew something wasn't right, and that's why I left his law firm. I was right. As for Red White, I don't know him, but I better start investigating him. I fear he is a dangerous man.
And that... even though they aren't canon, I love how this fan-made case can go into that detail where you never actually, like, Maya knew about Red White by the time she was killed by Red White, but you never are explained in the actual game how she came to know about him and stuff. So that's actually a really cool little fan-made backstory.
My name is Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Attorney. Former spirit medium who was severely affected by the DL6 case. This is the start of my journey, a journey full of trials and tribulations.
That title reference right there.
A journey full of purpose, a journey that proves that justice will prevail for all. A journey that I had taken to find the truth behind the incident that broke the Fey family. It may be long, it may be arduous, it may be dangerous, but I will not back down. I shall succeed.
Cool. And that is it. I don't think there's anything after this. Yeah, I think this is... It's not even, there's not even any, like, you notice how I was able to highlight the text. I'm not even able to highlight it right now. But that is the end of Case 1, The Tortured Turnabout. There is actually a sequel to this, too. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, cool. Credits, too. I should take away my camera right now.
Objection!
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure everyone that has watched this video has enjoyed it too. I really have enjoyed it, though. And I really do like this song. I do like this song. And yep, there you go. You have completed Case 1, which unlocks Case 2. Would you like to play the next case? Which actually, you could go straight into Case 2.
like, before doing this, because I found it on, let me show the entire screen. I found it on Easy Revolution's, playlist, but, yeah, I knew there was a case 2, so I guess next time I could continue, instead of going into another trial, go into case 2, because case 2 is actually a lot longer. It had two different selections for it. Like, there was a case 2, I'm guessing an investigation period, and then the actual trial, because whenever I looked it up, let me see here. Copy, and let's see, like a new tab, forums, let's see, play, and then go to that, and as you can tell, you have the MyFA, Ace Attorney, the one that I just did. Then we actually got Turnabout, the Ace Attorney's Favorite Quiz Show, Part 1 and Part 2. So, yeah, the case number 2 is a lot longer than the first one. This first case wasn't that bad for longevity. I mean, I know some Phoenix Wright cases have lasted, I know they've lasted for, like, a few parts where it takes me more than one night to do, obviously. Especially the later games. But I mean, like, the first one, I knew the first few games, those I could finish, like, one part before to be continued thing. Could finish it to be continued in one day or whatever. But that seems like it would be a 2-day process, maybe even longer, if the Part 1 and Part 2 contain to be continued things. So, yeah, I think I will probably do case number 2 next. And I hope you all enjoyed this, this case. If you want to play the case yourself, feel free to check out the first video, and it will have the, the case at the bottom, and it will also have the site as well. I've been forgetting to put the site in the description. Maybe I'll put it at the end of this part, but yeah, really neat website, and has some enjoyable cases. I might actually put up, before I start up case 2, the trying the New Year's one, and show you why I didn't put it up, pretty much, because that had a lot of screw-ups in it. Still don't know why it's featured. But with that, again, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time. Have a great day.